2 minutes on how to start a hard starting pressure washer.
Okay, so tell me your secrets of what you can do to start this when I couldn't start it yesterday.
Boy, now that's money in the bank. I don't know if I should tell you my secret. Everybody always say, well, Bob, he knows how to start them. But number one, once a pressure washer's been sitting around, normally you want to start with good fresh gas.
Good fresh gas.
Good
Okay.
fresh gas. So check your gas right there. And if it's not much, probably I'd dump that right out. But I think it might be fresh enough to start. And then you always check the oil, because some of them won't start. They got a sensor. Check your oil. There it is.
Okay, so if the gas was over, how old would you want to dump it out? A week, a month?
A month, 2 months. Okay. After 2 months, you just better start over.
Okay, so if the gas has been sitting there for at least a month and it won't crank, then you want to pour that gas out, and you can turn this on its side and pour it out, or you need to siphon it out?
No, you can just put it on its side. You put a little oil up there, but you can just dump it on its side. Do it quick.
Okay.
Get most of it out.
Okay.
And then refresh the gas.
Okay.
If it's almost empty, all you gotta do is refresh the gas.
Okay.
Although the trick now, I will show you.
Okay, so we did gas, oil. Okay.
Yep. You open this up. This is a Briggs & Stratton 8.5, but many of the Briggs, they all use the same type of carburetor. So, and it's a 1/2 inch. Put a 1/2 inch wrench underneath. That's down in here is where that is. See the carburetor bowl? A lot of them use that float bowl. And then you have to undo that bolt, and then you see the gas come pouring out of there. See that?
Wow, okay.
Now the trick is you want to prime it. So see this?
Okay, so you just took that sponge out.
That's the air filter.
Okay.
We're going to just saturate that first. You get some gas on you, right?
Okay.
And now that bowl has got, if there's any water in the bottom, it's all got out of there now.
All right.
So you tighten that back up. You don't have to even take the whole thing off.
Okay.
You just drain it and get good fresh gas from the tank in there.
Okay.
And then you crank it to not real hard, just enough to set it.
Okay.
A lot of people overdo it.
Alrighty.
And then set your wrench aside. You can tip it up a little bit. Then remember that this is saturated with gasoline. Open that up. Squeeze the gas right out of that into the carburetor. Okay. Squeeze it real hard. You just need a few drops. We'll get into that right there.
So even though cars and more modern things like that don't have carburetors,
you squeeze
items
that
like this
gas
still have
in there.
them?
Oh yeah, this has got a regular carb. This is not
Okay.
fuel injection.
Okay.
And then don't put it back in yet because it'll choke it.
Oh, that's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lay that aside till you get it running.
Okay. So you put the air filter. That's oil filter or air filter?
That's the air filter for the carburetor.
Okay. Alrighty.
Then you put it, go back over here and be sure you get it on. Put the on.
All right. Now, do you need to have water hooked up to it right now when you try and cook it,
No,
crank it, or it's okay to go ahead?
Just to get it started, you can do that, but
Okay.
not very long, just to test it.
Okay.
Then hook that water up, then shut it off. Once you got started, then hook it up to water.
Alrighty. And what I couldn't crank yesterday, Bob lays hands on and makes magic today. Thank you, Bob.
You don't want to wear it out. You just seeing that it's going to run. Now you go hook it up to the water and everything else. Okay, now, and remember we had that saturated. So I'll put that back in now. And it'll soon, now if this is dirty, replace it.
Okay.
Because that'll stop, if it's all covered with gunk.
Okay. Is that right there considered dirty, or that's
No,
reasonable?
it's getting there. So
Okay.
you can see how it's starting to get discolored.
Okay.
When it's all coated with gunk, take some scissors and cut it off.
Okay.
And you can keep using it. Another little trick.
Okay. So it doesn't matter, like, how thin can it get when you say you can cut it off a couple
Oh,
of
you can
times
probably
before it's
get
time just to
down
go
to
replace it?
2/3 or a half.
Okay.
And it'll still work as a filter.
Okay.
And then you just put it back in. Now, right now it'd probably choke out.
Mm-hmm. Because it's full of gas and you
Yeah.
have to put gas in there.
But it's going to evaporate, so it should be ready to go when you're ready to hook it up.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you're going to use it right now, go hook it up, start it up, and then put this back in to see if it is going to keep running with that in it.
Okay.
Because it'll shortly dry that out with the sucking the air through it.
Okay. All right.
Little known secret of the trade.
All right. Well, thank you so much for getting it cranked for me today.
Yep.